Phew! That was the last of the gear from the boat. It's pretty warm here. Yes, very warm.
You'll get used to it. Well, I sure didn't expect to see you here, not even in my wildest dreams.
Well, you know, when they asked if I'd like to do a photo documentary on Sam Peters, the famous archaeologist, it didn't take me long to make up my mind. It's a small world, huh?
So it is. I think I haven't seen you since our college days. How long ago was that?
Can't be all that long ago. We're both still in our early 20s.
Right. And you still look just as attractive now as you did then.
Thanks.
So, before you get so embarrassed that the ground swallows you up, would you like to rest for a bit? You must be tired after that long journey.
Asleep on my feet, to be honest, but there's a couple of things I'd like to know before I hit the hay, or my curiosity will probably keep me awake.
Okay, here's a brief summary. I followed up on some rumors about the existence of an ancient temple. After months of searching, I finally found it. A few weeks ago, my team and I started examining the outside of the temple more closely.
Your team? Where did they all go?
That's a long story.
Keep it short.
I had 5 native assistants and 2 colleagues from the university in Jakarta, but the moment we got here, things started going wrong.
In what way?
There were certain incidents. At first, it was things disappearing, then scaffolding collapsing, and finally, my 2 colleagues just vanished without a trace.
Without a trace? You mean they never came back?
No. Instead, this guy showed up and told my native workers that they were desecrating sacred ground.
What guy?
I don't know. He certainly wasn't dressed for the jungle. Went about wearing some kind of robe all the time, a really sick individual.
So what did he want?
He said that the volcano in the west of the island was going to erupt soon, and that only Puritas Cordis could help us escape from all the disasters that are about to strike.
Puritas Cordis? That European sect that keeps predicting the imminent end of the world?
Beats me. I would assume he was just some grave robber trying to get rid of us so he could have the temple's treasures to himself. That volcano hasn't been active in decades.
Looks like his threats got to your workers, though.
No. They didn't run away until the guy came back, ranting about how something terrible would happen very soon unless they left this place at once. Next day, they found a dead orangutan in the camp. This animal is sacred to the natives, so they freaked out. I've never seen anyone run so fast and so far.
And you've been here alone ever since?
Yes. I've sent for more people from the mainland, but these things take longer here than they do elsewhere.
So I've noticed. Have you been inside the temple yet?
No. I found the back entrance, but I cannot get the door open. It has a strange inscription. I managed to decipher it, but that didn't get me anywhere. I'll show you tomorrow.
Okay. I think it's time I got some sleep anyway. Oh, just one more thing. What's with the strange totems set up all around the camp? You're not superstitious, are you?
No, don't worry. But the peacock feathers keep the wild animals away.
Really? How so?
They see the big eyes on the feathers and think, wow, if that's the size of its eyes, how big is the whole animal? And then they scoot fast.
Oh, okay. But it doesn't seem to have worked on that monkey over there.
Thank goodness. He's the only one left. Every morning when I walk over to the temple, the little guy runs on ahead and waits for me there. He comes to get me in the evenings, too.
I see your magnetism doesn't work on humans alone.
You'd better get yourself to bed. I'll show you around tomorrow. Maybe your flirting will improve after a good night's sleep.
I'll do my best. Sweet dreams.
Thanks. Same to you.
Help me!
Sam, no funny business, or I'll bump you off in the spot. What's going on?
Sam?
I'll go back to my patrol then. You should be able to handle this, right?
Sure.
Remember, the girl must not cross our plans. The last couple of test runs were far from perfect. And if the dress rehearsal goes bad as well, we'll be facing one heck of a problem.
I get it. I'm not stupid.
Well, one could argue about that. But I hope you know what is at stake. This UN meeting gives us a unique opportunity. Puritas Cordis cannot pass up this chance.
The bimbo won't escape. I'm watching her like a hawk.
Hello? I am not a bimbo! And I won't be locked up either. What is all this about anyway? Let me out of here now!
We warned you more than once, but you just had to go all heroic on us. You should have done what your workers did. They were smarter than you and cleared out right away.
How dare you talk to me like that? I have a right to know what...
Shut it! One more word and I'll break your jaw. I've gotta go. Keep guard here until I come back. And if she gives you trouble, just shut her up for good.
Okay.
Uh-oh, another fine mess I've gotten myself into. I have no idea what they want from me, but they don't appear to be the most likable people I ever associated with. At least that one guy has left. He made an extremely brutal impression. I hope the other one isn't quite as nasty. No idea whether Max is still alive, but somehow I need to draw attention to myself. Maybe somebody out there will notice. Should I take the orange? Or maybe the banana? A raspberry, perhaps? If I had a drop of sherry, some lemon juice, and a little whipped cream, I could make a fruit salad. I'll just take one of these oranges. I'll just take one of these oranges. I'll just take one of these oranges. I should not remove more than 3 pieces of fruit or someone might notice, and the stupid guard will start asking stupid questions. Not a bad concept. The oranges roll smoothly enough and could be used as wheels. Maybe I can build something around this. The signal rocket goes into the bamboo tube, and then I adjust it a little, and voila! We've got what I like to call a mobile rocket launch pad. A bold design and a bold plan. Fits well together. I only hope my little contraption will stay on course.
Oh, why do these things keep happening to me? Oh, what a mess. Someone should really... Where is Sam? What happened here? I vaguely remember hearing voices and... Oh, they kidnapped Sam. What am I going to do? Find Sam? But where do I look? She could be anywhere. I don't know my way around the island, and there are plants growing everywhere. Not a chance. What was that? The signal rocket was fired near the temple. Did Sam do that? Or could it be a trap? I've got to risk it. I can't let Sam down. A list of planets compiled by Sam. The natives of this island must already have known many of the planets in our solar system. That's sensational. And if I've interpreted Sam's scribbles on the back correctly, this list of planets and the symbols represent some kind of divine hierarchy. Venus, the goddess of love, is right at the top. Must have been a pretty fertile civilization, I guess. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. Sam sure carries some strange things around. Very strange things. Some of these tent poles still look halfway usable. I'll take them with me. The explosion destroyed everything else, I'm afraid. I don't usually go around tearing out flowers, but maybe these will be of some use. I'll fill this with some water. One of the many miracles of nature, which experts call a branch. I'll just use these tent poles to stabilize the fence. Done. How am I going to find the way to the temple in this jungle? Well, I've got to try this. I don't have much of a choice. Oh, you want to show me the way? Cool. Off we go then. Oh, that didn't work. Bummer. Oh. Listen, little fellow, I'm a lame, untrained biped. You will need to slow down a bit. The first couple of yards were fine, but then you just disappeared, so please, wait for me next time, okay? I need to think of something so I can follow that monkey more easily. Good idea. That will keep the blossoms nice and fresh. Just wait a few minutes. Hibiscus tea. Very nice. Now what do I do with it? Now it's red dye. Not at all appetizing. I wonder what it will turn into if I wait any longer. I don't have that much time. Better just take the stuff as it is. A donut in clear plastic wrap. I'll just remove the wrap. Hey, how about a donut? No, you're on a diet? Okay, suit yourself. Now I have a piece of red plastic wrap. You can use bacon to catch mice and beer to catch slugs. I always did like that kind of gardening advice. The fish are just avoiding the obstacle by jumping out of the water and over the cascade. I could name at least 20 people off the top of my head who wouldn't be that clever. Smart fish. Instead of getting caught in the fence, they jump over the top. Pretty clever. Use the flag as a fishing net? Okay, why not? I guess it's worth a try. Well, that was quick. I might consider a career as a fisherman. This is just like paradise. The papaya is now red. Hey, how would you like a tasty papaya? There, buddy. Now you've got red hands too. I don't care how fast you run now, just as long as you stay on the ground so I can follow your red tracks. This looks like the temple. There's no sign of sand, though. The monkey's tracks lead around the temple. Guess I should follow them. There she is. She's locked in a cage, and the guard is heavily armed. Things aren't looking too good from here. Maybe there's another way to get to her.
Max! He's alive! He found me! Now I stand a fighting chance of getting out of this cage in one piece. I had better keep quiet so the guard won't get suspicious. As long as I am the only one who knows that Max is prowling around this temple, our chances of launching a surprise attack aren't all that bad. I only hope that Max has got a plan, preferably a good one.
If only I had a plan. I'll just take some of these. I'll just get rid of this web. I don't want to walk right into it by accident. I can't see a handle or any kind of mechanism for opening this door. Some kind of strange writing. I have no idea what it means. According to the heading, this is a translation of the temple door's inscription. Sam must have put a lot of effort into this. It says, "Honor the goddess enthroned above all. With her radiant being and ever-open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the queen's gold." Now what? Yikes! They must be really hungry. There are still a few bees about, but I'll risk it. Phew, that was lucky. I got through it all unscathed. If Sam's translation is correct, it says, "Honor the goddess enthroned above all. With her radiant being and ever-open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the Queen's gold. Come on, my little buddies. I'm here to rescue you from the nasty monster spider. A slug has actually climbed onto the can. I'll rescue it before it drowns. Oof. Even from here, that thing still stinks of carrion. And here come the flies. It looks mighty hungry. Let's see if the feast keeps it busy enough so I can catch it. I would never have dreamed that catching frogs was this easy. I can't get out from behind the tree without being spotted, but maybe it will smell bad enough from here to distract the guard. The guard isn't reacting at all. I guess the distance is just too great. I'll put two of these poles together. That will give me an extended range.
Yuck! What is this horrible stench? It's worse than a skunk!
If I ever decide to become an evil mastermind, I'm going to make sure I never employ guards with sensitive noses. If Sam's translation is correct, it says, "Honor the goddess enthroned above all. With her radiant being and ever-open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the Queen's gold." Done! Yes, I am so great. They should make me the leading man in a movie or in a computer game. Okay, let's see what awaits me in this temple and how I can get to Sam.
What was that? The barkeeper shoots at me and then takes off in a helicopter seconds before the ship is swallowed by a gigantic monster wave? Did I just dream that? Why would that guy shoot at me? And did he know about the wave, or did the helicopter just happen to pick him up at exactly the right moment? Probably not. After all, he was going on and on about the end of the world and being rescued by that Puritas Cordis sect. What is the meaning of all this? By Poseidon. Looks like I've got quite another set of problems for now. The ship hasn't sunk yet, but since it capsized because of that monster wave, it only appears to be a question of time. I've got to get out of here, and fast.